Let's transfer back over to the men's side of things. We're going to welcome back Aaron Cooney to the show. And Mr. Cooney, it's a big week again for the men.
Yeah, they're going to get the same opponents. Roberts Wesleyan coming in tomorrow, then the same road trip, Mount Vernon Nazarene, and also going to play Wilberforce Saturday.
So let's talk about the Roberts Wesleyan game. They're finally getting a Leaf Bland back. That has been a big void in that Roberts Wesleyan team. He was in that car accident, has not played for a long, long time. Finally just welcomed back into the team. A Leaf Bland makes Roberts a way better ball club. Let's show you the week that is going to be for the Pioneers. They're only 7-10, this Roberts ball club, but I think they're way better than that 7-10 says.
Yeah, they got off to a pretty hot start there early on, and then a couple injuries kind of jammed them up there. And you talked about a Leaf Bland. Also, Dan Foley was out for a while there. Same with Justin Androzzi. So, I mean, it's tough to come back from that. They're 4-7, and they're away. They're riding a 4-game losing streak. So it's going to be, Pioneers got them in a pretty good spot right now to come on the road. As I said, mentioned not that good of a team on the road, but getting a Leaf Bland back on the defensive side of the ball, it's going to be tough for the Pioneers inside.
And what a matchup that's going to be, Dallas against Bland. That's going to be really fun to watch.
That, and you also got Jordan Heath, another big man for them, the freshman last year, and then to step right in. He's coming back in this season doing pretty well. He's averaging almost 10 points per game for them, and the matchup inside, that's what we're really going to look for. And I think Anglin and Dallas are going to have a pretty good matchup there Tuesday.
And tomorrow, again, Hetherington doubtful at this point, probably not going to play, is the word from Gabe Boubon, the assistant men's basketball coach. So don't see Hetherington possibly in there. Maybe Robbie getting the start. Let's go later on in the week to Mount Vernon of Nazarene. Pioneers got a big win last year against Mount Vernon in overtime. That's when Gerald Work had himself a ball game. They have to go there again. Brandon Short still on this team, but if you remember, Aaron, Brandon Short got injured in the first half of this one. He did not even play the entire second half.
Yeah, Pioneers got fortunate with that break, not to see Brandon Short, and that's really what this team runs on. You look at some of the quotes from our head coach Matt Moore under his second season there at Mount Vernon Nazarene, and their team runs through Brandon Short and Robbie Taylor. Those are two guys leading them in scoring. Brandon Short putting up 14 points per game, and Taylor 12 points per game. And they got a really nice transfer in as well. Zach Lemby. I cannot. We'll get that name figured out for the conversation for the game broadcast on Friday. But he's coming in to transfer and has put up some really good minutes. He's coming out of Kazakhstan, doing some good things there for
the
Mount Vernon
loves
Nazarene.
Their foreign players. It's not going to be the same for the men as it's going to be for the women on Saturday. They played a very tight game against Wilberforce, as you're seeing here. Olafoye, a heck of a basketball player.
Oh, and the Pioneers, that first half against Wilberforce might have been the best first half of basketball we've seen from the Pioneers, putting up 64 points in that game.
Pace for about 128, yeah.
And then limiting, Wilberforce and Olafoye there, but the second half just really exploded Olafoye to really carry that team, bring them back into that game. And we saw them just claw their way back in. Pioneers kind of got away from their game, kind of became more one-dimensional, and really playing like a single person game rather than a team game. So if the Pioneers fall into that, this Wilberforce team can really take advantage and claw back into there. I mean, they're just there to fight, and that's what they did that last game against Point Park and almost put up the upset.
Pioneers were able to put up 110 points on that Wilberforce team, though. What's your prediction for this week, Aaron? 3 games. They're still only getting a few votes in the top 25 here. They need to get some wins if they want to be included into that. What are you seeing in these next 3?
I like the Pioneers tomorrow. I think Coach Rager is going to tie the record there for most wins as a head coach in Point Park history, getting number 305. Friday, Mount Vernon Nazarene, they're 7-1 at home. They're a very good team at home. They got a good home crowd. Almost got the Pioneers last year in a overtime game. They were able to tie that one up late, just like we saw at Cedarville on Saturday. But I think Mount Vernon will pull that one off on Friday. But 2-1, I think the Pioneers will get you.